Hi guys, now I'm going to show you how to draw a spaceman or spacewoman from observation using a pencil and a picture. So this is one of the images that I put on the handouts on Google Classroom for you. And I'm just going to start with a pencil. I also have by my side a thin and a thick Sharpie because I'll be using both of those. So the first thing I want to do is map out the proportions. So I'm going to start by doing a circle for his helmet or head, his or her helmet or head. Kind of like a square-ish rectangle for the torso, arm. This arm's kind of bent, and then two legs. And remember, these spacesuits are pretty heavy and bulky, so kind of want a heavy and bulky body shape to start. And you notice how big I'm drawing. I'm using my paper, okay? So now I want to start looking at the picture, and really taking my time to get a decent, well-drawn observational drawing of a person in a spacesuit or an astronaut. And I don't have to get every single detail, but you know, I really want, you're in 8th grade, we've done a lot of drawing this trimester. We want to really, yeah, it takes about a class period if you're really taking your time and focusing. So notice while I'm drawing, I am doing light sketches, and I know you can't see my face in the video, but my eyes are constantly going back between the photograph and my drawing as I go for accuracy. And you really want to try to get all those little details. There's a lot going on in a spacesuit. They have the oxygen tank on the back, there's patches, there's all kinds of valves. Just the creases in such a bulky and heavy suit, the gloves, the boots, all that. You really want to try to capture that in your observational drawing. And I like this drawing this picture that I'm drawing from, because it's a line only drawing, so it helps, I think it simplifies it a little bit for such a complicated type of image that I'm drawing. So I'm just continuing on my way, and as you can see, I'm really taking in those lines. My eyes are constantly going back and forth. As I see things, I kind of add them here and there. And try to get this to start really looking like a spacesuit. So now when I'm kind of at that point where I think it's looking pretty good, I can start bringing in the Sharpie. And I don't want to use just one type of Sharpie. A thick and a thin is good, so you can have a little variety in your line. So I'm going to start with my thick Sharpie, and I'm basically just going to start outlining what I drew, but I'm not going to do everything. So if you notice, I'm leaving some spaces alone. That's because I'm going to go back with my thin Sharpie and hit it with the thin Sharpie after, so I have a little variety in my line. It just adds, it makes it more interesting to look at. It just looks nice. It doesn't look as much coloring book like when you kind of have a little variety in line. It looks more like a drawing. So now, as you can see, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but as you can see, I have some variety, but I left some space. So now I can take my skinny Sharpie, my thin line Sharpie, and I can go back into some of those places where I forgot to outline, or I didn't forget, but I intentionally left alone. So I still have that black line in there. It's just thinner, so like I said, a little variety. And I would continue doing that until I'm done, and then I'd have a really nice black and white line drawing of an astronaut for my project. Have fun drawing.